Rachel Garçon in front of me. Thank you for making it out. We're here in Chicago.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So first, where were you born and raised at?
Born and raised in Franklin, Virginia, a little small town in Virginia, close to like North Carolina. But my family's from New York, so every summer or every spring break or any type of holiday they try to get off, we go to New York. So that's why people think I'm from New York. And then I moved to New York junior high school, and then
All right.
since then.
Okay. So, like, when did you first start walking balls and stuff like that?
Start walking 2012 in the Kiki scene in New York. I was Arizona. It was a Kiki house, Arizona.
Okay. And how did you even first get introduced to ballroom? Like, how did you first even?
I was actually living in Virginia, and then I seen the Vogue Evolution, and I was like the only gay person at that time. Only gay person, so I researched Kevin, Prodigy, and then that's when I seen the Vogue thing. So I just did it in my backyard, so just mimicking. And when I moved to New York, I networked and I seen it.
Okay.
I was like, I want to do it.
What first inspired you to like what made you just look at it and just say like, this is something for me?
Well, I'm a dancer, so I went to school for dance and everything. So me learning a different style of dance, I was just like, oh wow. And then I used my dance technique into my Vogue, and that's how I made my name.
That's what's up. So I hear, especially for a lot of the people that grew up on the East Coast, like the Kiki scene is really like pretty much where everybody got started, or it seems like that.
Well, in New York, if you're from New York, you start. Most of the Tamayas, the Asias, they started from the Kiki scene.
Right.
And then they worked their way up into the mainstream. And that's when the Vogue nights, at Esco's, people will make their name there. The Kiki scene people would just come out there. And
then just go to the main balls from there. So what was the first house you ever joined?
It was Icon.
And what made you choose that house out of all houses?
Devo was my father.
Okay.
Shout out to Devo. He was my father. He introduced me to Ashley, and Ashley was like, you're in the house. And then 2 weeks later, I had a best friend who do makeup. She was at Ebony, and it was every weekend in North Carolina. And I was like, I just fell in love with Ebony. And she was like, you're walking as Ebony. They always said, once you walk, you're Ebony. But I didn't get a chance to walk, so.
Okay.
And then next time I walked, they were shopping at Ebony. I was like, ooh.
Okay, so from Ebony, then you went to Aga?
From Ebony, I started transitioning.
Okay.
And then we went to this transition, I went to Balenciaga.
Okay. So was your transition, is that kind of like inspired to switch over?
No, honestly, I didn't want to transition. And it wasn't because of Ballroom. But once I started transition, I disappeared from Ballrooms for like 2 years.
Okay.
Just focused on my transition. And I love it.
Right. So, and then you left Aga, what made you just decide on coming to Garçon?
I was looking at each houses. Like I had offered for mostly every houses. Just looking at them at a ball or looking at them like support each other outside of Ballroom. That's what I look at. Okay. And every house has people I want to battle.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm not going to go to a house where my competition's in.
Right.
And then me hanging around with the Garçons for multiple times, I'm like, oh, they BNG as fuck, just like me. Oh, the cameras.
Yeah, you cool.
Okay. They BNG, they like, a little alcohol here and there, but that's good. So it didn't feel like, I thought the Garçons was like bougie. But no, they gave me like very much, your family, welcome.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have a female figure squad, like a strong female figure squad. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring female figure squad, like performance back into the House of Garçon if I can. And bring other people that I have in mind come to the house.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you basically you wanted to join a house that you could like stand out. And
yeah, I can stand out, not as my own, but still stand out and represent more and battle my competition.
Right, as opposed to just joining a house where everybody is at. Right.
For an easy win. I like a competition. I'm a competitive person, so therefore, no. I want to battle the tutus. I want to battle the Pandoras, the Balmain girls. I want to battle, you know.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. So why join them if you won't beat them?
Right.
Okay, so since joining, what is your favorite thing about the house so far?
The genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Genuine love.
Yeah.
Like for my birthday, they really showed me genuine love and care, and they
and that was when you first debut, was it?
It was my official debut.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
And it was also my birthday weekend as well.
Right. Happy belated because it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So, what's the best? Like, what's the hottest ball that since you've been walking since 2012? Like I said, it don't have to be a win, but just a night where you just like, I'm gonna always remember that for the rest of my life.
As Rachel?
Either or.
Okay, so as my twin back in the days, it would be the Rebel on Ball.
Okay.
When everybody had to do work this pussy. That was in 2015. That was my last ball before I started training.
Okay.
Broke last test. I gotta watch that. But anyway, as Rachel is when I partnered up with Karma for the Mugler Aftermath Ball.
Okay.
That was my favorite.
Okay. That's what's up. So far, like you've done really well in Ballroom. What are your like goals, aspirations for Ballroom? Like, what do you want out of it next?
I'm trying to move up in like a position in Ballroom because I've been missing, like I said, 2012, 2013. I want to work towards leadership. I want to be a leader in the house. Whatever position they see fit for me, I want to be it.
And what do you think that you can offer to the other members in leadership?
I have a youthful mindset, and I also have a nurturing spirit.
Okay.
So therefore, I'm always helping and thinking outside of the box. You don't want somebody just thinking safe. I like to go above and beyond.
Yeah, go that step further.
Yeah, and I'm very good with like communication. Very good with relaying to me about any and everything. If you tell me to do something, my attention is on that. And then I can show a lot. I can show a lot. There's more details, but I can show a lot. So I'm working up towards leadership. So I'm waiting for
that's what's up.
Position is open.
That's what's up. So, are you like a nurturing person, like in your regular life too? Like
if you speak to all my friends, they can vouch how much like I study you. If you're my friend, I put you in my space and my energy. I want to study you.
Right.
Just give me 2 days, I study you. So if you go through late depression, I can tell. I can see what triggers you before you get into that state.
You like an empath almost.
Yeah, very much an empath. I went to school for psychology as well.
Okay.
I have a minor in that. But that's just me. I'm thinking about going back to school for it.
Okay.
Get my degrees.
Okay, well, speaking of studying, who are some of the people that you studied as far as like voguing wise and performance wise?
It was definitely the Sofika clan.
Right.
And what I mean is the Naima Mugler, but I studied Naima Blonde for Sofika. That's used to be my godmother. She taught me how to vogue.
Okay.
The lollipops, the boots, the Foxy Milan, the Toros, Prince Milan. That's like my ultimate favorite. Deja, Mika, Sanaya, no, Alyssa, who else? Malachi. It's so many people that like I studied, and even dramatic people like Cassandra, rest in peace to her. Devo. I like to remix dramatics and make it soft.
Right. What draws you to making it softer and like I guess filling out the performance more as opposed to just being dramatic?
I learned to stay in my element. I'm a soft and kind of person. I can get dramatic, but that means you're pressed, and that's what a lot of people get messed up when they battle on a soft and dramatic person.
Right.
That soft think they has to overdo they stuff. No, stay in your lane, stay in your element. Soften it up, break them down, stay in your box.
Right. Okay. So what if you could describe to somebody that does not or is not really well versed in ballroom, that's just learning about it, and they want to know like what Fem Queen Performance means, what it is, or maybe even if they're thinking about walking it, what could you, like, how do you describe that category, and how do you basically excel in that category to win it?
That's gonna be hard to explain. I would tell them, you just have to be different. You can't be, just bring something different. You can't be, everybody trying to be like the Tamayas, the other people. Just be different, have fun. I always tell them, have fun, win or lose, have fun. Ballroom is an extracurricular activity. Have fun. You can make money from it, but just have fun. If you're not having fun, then you're stressing yourself out.
Yeah. So
I just tell them, you just gotta have that aura of that, like, you gotta feel like you're the Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay.
When I walk, I feel like I'm Beyonce. Not as like I want to be, it's just the aura, like, all the attention is on me. Okay. Y'all came to see me.
So not even necessarily like sexual.
Not even sexual, it's just anything that I do, anything that, how I walk. You have an image. It's like I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so that makes sense. What advice do you have to anybody that's watching this that wants to get in the ballroom? Not just people that walk your category, but just people in general. What advice do you have to the next generation in ballroom?
I tell them have a strong backbone. Have a strong backbone, have fun, don't take it too serious, but have fun.
That's what's up. And one last question. Describe yourself in 5 words or less.
Fun time, alcoholic, humble, free spirit, and unapologetic.
Thank you so much. Rachel, I want to thank you for coming out. You're very intelligent. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. I'm glad to, nice to formally meet you, off of social media. And so I'm glad that you're in the house and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see, what's next from you. Do you have anything you want people to look out for?
It's something cooking. Something is cooking. Just to be out. Just be out there.
So what's your social media tag so they can find you?
Instagram, I am Rachel, Rachel, Boo. Facebook, Christine, Chriscine. Rachel, same thing, Rachel.
Right. All right, thank you.
But you can follow me on Snapchat, Chrissy2, Rachel, Chrissy is Chrisissy, and just the number 2 and then Rachel. But yeah, other stuff, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, everybody, Rachel Garçon.